All right, so I'm talking branding really with Mr. Sylvester Fish here on the AM show. He's a brands expert. You give me a smile there. What was that about? Okay, so first of all, because we'll get into Ghana's Top Brands Awards 2014, the third edition, you say.
Yeah.
But let's just look at branding. What's the point in branding?
Thank you so much for being on the show. It's compliments of the season anyway. Branding actually has to do with, first and foremost, an understanding of the consumer experience. It has to do with the promise. It has to do with something you say to your market segment before you start or you go operational on a business. It is very important because we are living in a very homogeneous world. I mean, we are processing a lot of data. We call it metadata. And the brain actually has about 15 to 45 seconds to actually choose amongst a wide variety of product and service line. As consumers, we normally choose products or services that we have been emotionally connected to, that over time we have actually experienced, and I want to re-emphasize, truly experienced the brand promise, because until it is experienced in reality, it's only an awareness. Because if you put something on a billboard or something on a newsprint or 45-second radio jingle or video commercial, and you are actually making use of all your extra sensory perceptions, you know, the sound of the music, also your consumer segment will feel something. Now, when I see that thing on television, you are actually arousing my psychological need to now come and walk into your bank or walk into that telecom firm or walk into that accessory shop to really experience what I saw. Now, when I come and the receptionist gives me a frown, you know, it gives me, we call it brand controversy. As a human, rational being, I actually say, look, this is not really it. Whatever I saw is not really whatever I'm experiencing.
It was just an advertisement.
It was an advertisement, you know, and this is what I want to re-emphasize. Every business person that is actually setting out to start a business, never assume your market segment knows your brand promise, because they don't.
Never assume your market knows your brand promise.
Your brand promise, because they don't. You would have to tell them that you stand for excellence. You would have to tell them that you stand for technology, assuming you're into technology. You will have to tell them that, look, this kind of fabric I'm giving you is top notch. And remember, once you make that statement, you've got to execute. This is the real issue. This is where what we call brand equity. Brand equity is actually developed through execution over time.
Let's talk about what you see in the country today. Because we advertise a lot. We say things on radio, we say things on television. We say things on the billboards. So many billboards in town telling us different stories. Is that what we actually experience as consumers?
Talking from an expert point of view, I try to measure performance anytime I'm actually driving or I walk into a place. And for me, brands, we call something organic brands. Organic brands are alive. They have the breath of life, meaning that they are able to mutate and innovate with time. For me, once I walk into a premises, this is how I measure, right from how the security man points me to my final deal I close, is how I interpret your brand, because it has to reflect in every facet of the department. It has to even reflect in quote in your lavatory. You understand? It's detailed, because when you walk into the showroom of Lexus, right from how the setup is to how the customer service representative talks to you, to the kind of leather seats, to the design of the car, the interior and the exterior, they are all communicating subliminally to you.
Okay, so do we communicate consistency with our brands in Ghana?
Some are doing it, but some really don't really understand, because you cannot really have a shortcut. And this is what I want to say. at the higher echelons of brands, it is not even the business owner that owns it, because you are managing the brand to position the value within the subconscious mind of the consumer.
Okay.
It is actually the consumer that actually lives with the experience and the perception of you.
Because, you know, sometimes when you hear bank advertisement
Yeah.
and insurance companies,
Yeah.
in Ghana in particular, you can be really mad when you visit them.
Precisely.
Because they preach two different things.
Precisely.
And sometimes when you're in some of the banks and you complain, it's as if nobody even cares.
Precisely.
And you get so frustrated.
Exactly. And then you are actually made to feel it's like a favor. You understand? But it is not. It is a £1 billion industry in Europe, and it's a $1 billion industry in the US. Now, it is so important and that everything revolves around it. Your sales actually revolves around your brand execution. The rate at which you are able to execute your brand promise along a certain trajectory. You follow what I'm saying? Now, I would like to say that until you move from the functional benefit of any product or service to solving a psychological need, it will be very hard for you to make sales. Money is not in the pockets of consumers. Money is in the subconscious mind. And you only buy a product because the product is solving psychological, immaterial needs that you cannot see. A sense of pride, a sense of reputation. You feel good. I can ask you a very typical question. Assuming you have low self-esteem, assuming that somebody don't have much confidence in life, once you sit inside a BMW X6, you start laughing.
Damn! I want to drive that.
Exactly my
Yeah.
point. But remember that the brand design of department of BMW is not there when you were sitting there, but they are actually communicating to your emotions. You feel that sense of energy. You feel you can achieve.
Yeah.
You feel that, look, I'm important. You know why? Because it was all consciously designed to communicate an immaterial need.
I think even as a person, when you know that you've dressed really good,
Yeah.
you can feel it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Because it communicates to you. How you feel actually controls what you say and even how you say it, you know. And this is my point. If you are actually, the basic reason for driving a car is to move you from point A to point B. But why do we choose certain brands? Why do we want to associate with certain brands? We want to do that because such automobile companies have been able to position a certain value. Okay, so I can buy just a normal, stopwatch, but why would I want to buy Rolex? Remember, when you look at all these subliminal values, the sensual communication that is going through your eyes, the music that comes with it, is all communicating to you on a very subconscious level. And as far as the human condition is concerned, we all are susceptible to these things.
Okay,
The only
so-
difference is that they execute the brand promise.
Okay, let's take the conversation now to the awards.
Okay.
What does it seek to achieve? And this is the third. So
This is the third
what are you
edition.
doing differently this time
Okay.
around?
The Ghana Top Brands Award 2014 actually seeks to award excellence in branding. It is a platform to actually recognize certain companies in different various industries, from telecom to automobile to fast-moving consumer goods, what we call FMCGs.
You don't talk media.
And media, of course. Media, media is actually very important. Now, it is important because it is based on merit, and it is based on the 4 major categories: best managed brand, fastest growing brand, top
Okay.
emerging brand, and then brand custodian, best
Okay.
brand custodian. You know, and about 18 brands will be recognized for their sense of commitment, their sense of execution, their sense of devotion to their brand promise. This is so important because it actually creates a collective field in the nation. I've always been saying that Now more than ever, the Republic has to focus a lot on brands. Every single personality, celebrity, every single professional within the nation of Ghana has to be sensitive, because anything that has a name has a brand. And therefore, you've got to be careful your brand promise, what you say to people. And the most important, I have to say this, I mean, I went to Addis Ababa, yeah, and what I realized is that Africa needs execution. The talking is too much.
You had to go to Addis Ababa to realize that?
No, there's a reason why I said that. You understand? Because the headquarters of the AU is there. That's just by the way.
Yeah,
but,
sure.
I mean,
so when is the awards taking place? Where and who can be there?
okay, the awards is actually taking place today at the Aviation Social Center.
Well, today, Thursday.
Today, Thursday, 8th
Okay.
December, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. because there's going to be a dinner. There will be some jazz as well. We have some celebrities coming through. We have one of Ghana's popular musician who lives outside the country. I don't want to mention the name now, but it's going to be a surprise. And we have other brand-sensitive personalities coming, and of course, the companies that have been recognized will also be there.
Okay.
It's going to be exclusive because this is going to be the standard for the country. We want to set the line of sight, a certain trajectory for the country.
Okay.
So standards will be raised higher and higher for the nation.
Okay, so it's not like you're advertising for people to be at the Aviation Social Center to witness it. It's strictly by invitation.
It is strictly by invitation,
Okay.
and those who have their invitation cards are coming, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the theme that you've chosen for this one. Let's see, how to grow the value of a brand.
How to grow the
and that's
value
a
of a
discussion
brand.
that I want to have with you sometime
That's
in the
fine.
future, sometime very
That's
soon.
fine.
How to grow a brand.
Yeah.
And I want to focus on, we can start from the individual brand.
Yeah.
And then we can go into
Precisely.
to the business.
Precisely.
Yeah. But I
To
want
generate premium for yourself in the long term.
Yeah, definitely. I want to say good luck with
Thank
the
you very
awards this
much.
evening,
Thank
and
you
may the
very
best
much.
brand
And you're
win.
invited.
May Multimedia win lots of awards. That's if we've been nominated in the first place. Yeah. But
Thank you.
Sylvester Fish, thank you for your time
Thank
this
you so
morning.
much. Thank you. It's a pleasure.
All right, so what can I say? Thank you for associating your brand with our brand, The AM Show. And this is where I want to say thank you for joining us. We're back, God willing, tomorrow to end the week in grand style, Friday. My name is Mama Viols Fabwaji. I am here every morning, weekday morning, with Roland Walker. So from the rest of the team, we want to say thank you. Stay on News Desk. We'll come up at exactly 10. It's the latest news information. You get it here first. So stay with the channel.